dedicate more time to figuring it out so we can move forward. Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked for This podcast. I am Sydney with one Y, and I am joined by my amazing husband.
How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm Sydney. I'm gonna tell y'all one more time. Guess who I am?
Sydney.
And guess who you are?
Also Sydney.
That's cute, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
It really gets the people going.
It gets them going, like, for real. They always ask us, like, are you playing?
I don't know why people think that we're joking. It's just like, why would I?
Yeah. I mean, I would joke like that.
I mean, because you do be playing, but
because I'm a player, baby. I've been pimping since been pimping. That's what this one lady called me when I was a kid.
She called you a pimp?
She called me player.
Oh, you was a little player?
She called me player, for real.
I get that.
No.
I can.
No.
That, it makes sense.
No.
Because
it doesn't make dollars. No.
It might not make dollars, but it makes sense.
Shut up. You know what? Cool. Understood. How was your week? How you feeling? How you doing?
I feel refreshed.
That's good.
You know, I feel like I am going into this new tax season ready and prepared. Can't wait to see how it goes.
It should be amazing.
Hopefully, the government keeps it the same. Okay, hopefully. But relying on them to keep something the same, it's just...
It's like me having hair.
I don't know. It's hard.
It's hard.
Oh. Poor baby.
I always wish I had locks. But yeah, the government, great people.
Look, I'm not going to comment on that one. I don't know about that.
I know, right?
Right?
Not too much.
But I feel like with the government, like they are trying, at least Biden's trying to find some middle ground with this whole tax situation. And I don't know. For one split second, I almost empathize for him because they're making his job hard.
Yeah, almost.
Like he's getting a lot of like fighting back and that kind of thing. And it's just like, it made me think about just like debates in general.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was wondering, just like, whenever you're arguing, like, are you trying to find a like common resolution, or are you arguing to just prove your point? And then like, I'm trying to prove my point. Like, what are we debating about? What are we trying to fix?
It just depends on the person. I feel, but like in some cases, some people are trying to solve a problem. You know what I mean? But like in this instance, it's a fine line because it's one of those cases. It has been out of hand for so long.
It has.
And for you to come in and be a Superman.
And that's the thing, like, I don't know, off of Biden and trying to be a super, because he is trying to be a Superman, but just in life, in debates and arguments, just like, I want to find a common, I want to move forward as quick as possible. That has always been just like my goal in arguments and stuff. And so I am curious to see how you define compromise.
But some people don't work like that. You know, some people just don't work like that. I say this because, like, just think about it. Because some people, they argue to prove their point to be right, even though it can be wrong. They can know it's wrong. It's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not wrong. Like, I'm not telling you I'm wrong to your face. Skrilla's trying to get in on the conversation here. But it's one of those things. It's just like, for me, at one point, I just had to let it know I was right. But like half of the time, I was right. No. But now it's I just try to get to the best, like you said, the best understanding, the best compromising, like how we both can both come to an agreement. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So do you believe like in true compromise? Because I guess just like having conversations with other women about compromising, they see compromising as not a real thing because I'm I'm still giving up something to reach like a mutual connection. I might not be getting everything that I want, so a compromise is giving up something so we could just agree. Do you see compromising as that, or do you see compromising as like actual finding like a mutual thing that just benefits both parties?
Man, compromise, the name, we ain't compromise. It has a real bad negative connotation to it. Like, it sounds like I'm giving up something. But in all, if you play your cards right, you ain't giving up nothing. You know what I mean? It's not like the book, never split the difference. Like, you don't split the difference. Like, if you know what you coming to get, you gonna get that. Whether it look like it now or later, I'm gonna get that. You know what I mean? Like, so, for me, compromising is we're both going to get what we want now and later. You know, with the I ain't gonna say nice agreement, but with the agreement.
You ain't gonna say nice?
I ain't gonna say nice because not all the time is nice.
That is, yeah, not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time is nice.
I think that, and I say it's not nice just because I feel like to compromise, or just my definition of compromise, is finding the best way for both parties to get what they want. So if I don't want I try not to have anybody give up anything, that kind of thing. So it's like, so you want to go to point A, I want to go to point B. Okay, so let's find a way that crosses off both of them. That kind of thing. So I think that the not nice part about it is that it requires a little bit more effort. It requires a little bit more consideration to find that common ground, and that's usually the hard part for people. Like, it's like, because they're not trying to put the compromise first. They're trying to put their wants first. And so that's something that I've just have been trying to progress on when I get into heated discussions and that kind of thing.
So with that being said, compromise, do you always have to give up something? Like, is compromising always giving up something?
I think always makes it
or majority of the time you have to give up something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that when it comes to compromising, maybe the only thing I really have to give up is more time, because I want to sit down and I want to dedicate more time to finding an understanding so we can both move forward happily. I want you to be at peace with the decision that you make, me to be at peace with the decision I make, and that just requires time. So I feel like that's what I have to give up the most, is I'm willing to dedicate more time to figuring it out so we can move forward.
Okay, that's cool, beans.
But my ultimate goal is for, I want you to get what you want. Yeah. I want you to be happy too.
Yeah. So. That's me. Like, I want you to be happy. Like, I really want, like, in all cases, like, I want the opposite person to be happy. I want them to make sure they get what they want. But what about in the cases where what is going to make them happy is still the better of two pieces of shit? You know what I mean?
And it's a case by case situation. You can't always get what you want. But
if you try sometimes, you get what you need.
Is that a song?
Yeah, that's a real song. It was on a commercial. Yeah, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, yeah, you get what you need. That's a nice little song. But yeah, what about in those cases? Like, how do you feel about those cases? Do you feel like you kind of
so it's like where the person that I'm debating with, like, I just don't like their options at all, and I just don't want to go down that. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like it's a case of compromising. It's something you really want, but the stakes aren't. I mean, not the stakes, but what's on the table isn't. It's not as good, but it's like, damn, I gotta lose this, but I'm gaining this. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like put it like this. How can I get you in front of a firing squad?
A firing squad?
Yeah. Like, I can't get you in front of a firing squad, right? But if I said I will have 4 bulls, one chain to each limb and pull you in each direction, which one would you rather do? The firing squad. Because it's quick and easy. Something like that. When it comes to compromising.
I don't want neither one of them options.
It's just crazy, ain't it?
I don't want none of them.
It was a similar scenario was brought up to us. It was this workshop I went to. And so it was brought up like that. Like, I bet I can get you in front of a fire squad. And it's like, nah, you can't. But when it's brought up in that instance, it's like, dang. Wow.
Well, I mean, that's like, I don't know. I don't know if that would be a compromising situation. That's like 2 bad options.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking like, I guess.
Maybe I did go a little extreme.
I guess it's so like, let me see. Let me think of a good example. So let's say we planning a trip, right? Mm-hmm. And you want to go to a baseball game that starts at like 9
a.m. or p.m.
I don't know. Do they start that late?
Hey,
baseball games be starting at 9?
Baby, you off the topic.
Okay. So you want to go to a baseball game, and I have something like I want to go to this museum that opens at 11, right? So that kind of thing. So we are trying to both do these things. I have something I want to do. You have something you want to do. How can we get both of them done? I feel like that is compromising.
Okay. Understood. Yeah, that's understood. And like in that case, what are we losing? Like you said, it's time. Mm-hmm. But I mean, time is where we are.
Yeah.
So we make it. So you know what I mean? So I understand. I just had to take it a little bit, hey, make you think a little bit, put your mind in a think jar. But that's cool though. Compromising isn't always bad. Like, it isn't bad. I'm not even saying always bad. It isn't bad. In most cases, you just have to know what you're willing to take and what you're willing to give. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember when I was in college and I was in economics. I think that's what it was. And they talked about opportunity cost and how an opportunity cost is like whenever you're making a decision, you're essentially like giving up something. Like you're giving up the potential of what could have been when it comes to making a decision. And so that, I guess, would be like, to go back to that question was like, do you always have to give up something? It's like, yeah, I guess I would be giving up. What would happen if I didn't compromise? If I did go with what I wanted? And I started like that.
It make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm.
It does. And that, like, it popped up in my head when I was watching Insecure. And you know how she does like those daydreams and stuff? Mm-hmm. She was thinking about, what if I was with what's his name? Nathan. And then what if I was with Lawrence? Like she was like, well, what would it be like if I did give it up, and that kind of thing. So that's kind of like how it popped in my head. And I was like,
okay, new writer on the block.
Maybe
what? Maybe
you do always have to give up something.
You do have to always give up something.
Are you or what if, or what could have been, what shoulda, woulda, coulda?
Sometimes I am, because it's like, imagination. Just having a vivid ass imagination to take you like, what if I would have did this? But it's always, you think of the most greatest thing ever, always, but would it have happened that way?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like that, but sometimes just like take it. Like whatever it is, just go with it. Like forget it. And that's the way I've been really programming more and more to live life, because it's not really a failure. It's just like, this happens. So I know if I did this gonna happen. Like if I put my hand in the fire, it's gonna burn. You know what I mean? So it's one of those cases. I'm slowly moving into that form of life. It's not being as safe, but it's being safe. You know what I mean? It's like taking risks. Like playing it safe. It's not playing it safe. It's like taking more risks. Okay. Like seeing more in life. Like getting more out of life instead of just being on the sideline. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Making essentially making more decisions, being proactive. I mean, that's something that I feel like is I'm still progressing in, because when it comes to me like making decisions, I always want something to be like the right decision. I want to feel like it's the right decision. And so I go through, what am I giving up? Like, what if I go this route? What could happen? What could be the possibilities? And so I kind of see myself in like Issa's shoes, like whenever she plans out like all different scenarios. Like I have done that before. And essentially it's like you really won't know. You won't know what's right until you actually pick one.
Yeah. And then even in the wrong decision, you got to figure out what's right, even if you feel it's wrong, but most of the times it works out. Like all of the time it work out. If you ain't dead, it work out. You know what I mean? Like it worked because you're here to get another chance to figure that shit out. It's one of those things. But I have here lately kind of been in her shoes, seeing just seeing yourself. It's like being outside an outer body experience, and just taking a bird eye view at what you got going on. Like, dang, well, if we do take this route, it's a possibility we can get this out of it. So I understand. That's cool. That's cool. It's like life and being a butterfly. We see the butterfly. We see how beautiful that butterfly is, but the changes that it had to go through to become a butterfly. What goes on in that fucking cocoon? What?
I've always wondered. And I guess it's really becoming a new animal. Like it's not even like the same thing. It's becoming a whole different. And we always, well, not say we, but it took me a long time to accept that like whenever you're changing and giving up things and shedding things, you're really truly becoming a new version of yourself. And that's something that, because I used to, like, when it came to like the woulda shoulda couldas, like I know that I'm a villain in somebody's story, but the thing is that I'm no longer that person. Like they only know me from that time in my life, and that's fine. But I am trying my best. I'm trying my best to become better every day. So I know that I'm becoming a new person. And so I feel like as I shed and as I get rid of things and just new chapters in life come, it's just, I don't mind. I don't mind giving up things.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
And compromising.
That's beautiful. That's a great way to look at it. I'm no longer that person. I'm no longer... Because I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about being a villain in somebody else's story. I was like, I probably am a villain in a couple stories. Yeah. I was like, but I'm not a villain. I was like, well, think about it. I'm not that person. Yeah. But will they give me that chance to be who I am today? You know what I mean? Does it matter?
That's one of them shoulda, woulda, what if, we may never know, but...
Just on the hello, like, hi, like, how do you see me? But then I'll be like, I don't give a damn. Like, I'm just going to come as I am. Because, like, a lot of times trying to figure out how people think about you, that's wasted energy. Like, no.
For what reason?
For what reason?
Somebody else's opinion of you is not your business.
Not your business. Like, no. And even when it comes to other opinions, sometimes your own opinion about yourself, it's like, ugh, throw it out the window.
You be having bad opinions about yourself?
Man, like some people, like, like the bad thoughts sometimes come across, like, ugh, like you look at yourself like, oh, no, you gotta have that confidence. You gotta have that, you have to have that good sight, like you say, like you have to keep something in front of you. You have to keep that positive representation, Like a lot of people out here are hurting from just that negative view of themselves, and sometimes compromising with yourself is better than even compromising with somebody else, because you have to take care of home first.
Oh, absolutely.
Like You have to come to conclusion with yourself. Like, do I want to feel this way? No, I'm going to change this. You know, do I want to live this way? No, I'm going to give up how I am feeling, how I am living. You know what I mean? So, compromising comes in a lot of forms, a lot of ways. Like everywhere you go.
Especially like I've been learning like in business when it comes to like putting systems in place. For me, it's like I want to, of course, we all want to be as profitable as we can, but it's like, so now that you're like operating this profit, it's like, okay, I could, pay myself and take myself on a trip and do this kind of thing, but it's like, or do I want to like reinvest that in my business and set my business up to where I can eventually have my business run itself? And so that's where like I feel like a true opportunity cost for me comes in the form of like deferred gratification. Like I want to, be able to take myself shopping and do all these kind of things, but it's just like that's gonna come. But focus on the business right now. Take your profits and put them back in the business. Take your profits and hire somebody to do the work so you can remove yourself from doing the work and then go get more work and, make more money and be profitable in that sense. So that's where I have definitely been kind of compromising and finding middle grounds with myself and that kind of thing. So
that's beautiful. Yeah. It's the way of balance. That's life. It's that rhythm. We have to find that rhythm. You got to find that rhythm of life. It's beautiful. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying it's beautiful. just being a part of it, just seeing it happen, and seeing it unfold. It's like it's okay. It's following your passion, but also making your passion follow you. It's one of those cases. You know what I mean?
Having the bag chase you is really like my new motto. Cause
I don't want to chase the bag. No, bags don't even have legs and feet. No, I want the bag to chase me. I want them to be like just piled up behind me. I'll fall back. Trust fall. Bag is right there. You know what I mean?
I feel like the law of attraction is real. So having the bag chase you is definitely real. It's just like if you are operating in what you feel is your purpose or your passion or whatever, the money will come. It will definitely chase you. It will find you where you are.
You have to know what you're doing is you have to enjoy it enough to keep doing it, to keep pushing, to keep wanting to get better, to keep developing enough, understand early. Find that thing, find something you're good at and just put it in there, put it all in go with what your gut and mind and heart is telling you to do. That's all I can tell you. And what's gonna make you happy?
And think about how would your life be if you didn't go for what you wanted? It's gonna continue to be the same. And if you're not happy, or if you don't wake up with joy, like, why?
Wake up every day like a kid on Christmas. Think about that. Like that's a way to wake up.
That is a way to wake up.
Cause it's a gift. It's a gift.
How was I on Christmas? I was up early.
Excited, man. Like wake up ready for the day instead of dreading the day. A lot of us dread the day. Why do we dread the day? Like you wake up and you start dreading the day. Write down why you dread the day. And take note of these things and start cleaning up your life. Like, why am I dreading to go to work? This job is not for me. I'm doing it only to pay the bills. And it's like, oh, only to pay the bill. What else can I do? Like, start to think. Once you start thinking, you start developing different skills and different habits, and you start understanding, unlocking yourself more.
And if it's your job that's stressing you out, get you a different job.
Yeah.
Listen, last year, I don't know the actual amount, but a lot of people quit their jobs. And I'm not telling you to quit. I'm not telling you to quit your job and start a new business, but I'm telling you that there are companies out here that are hiring, that are willing to pay you your worth, maybe 3-4 times your worth. Go get that.
Transition these resumes. You know, these skills transition. Most of these skills can transition to another area. Like somebody teach you something else anyway. It's like it's one of those things. It's time to take care of yourself. It's
Absolutely.
time to just like to. This is a self-care moment, a self-care year, a self-care. Just clean up because you've been battling with some things for so long.
We've been in a pandemic for 2 years.
For 2 years, we've been in a Ponderosa for 2 years.
So you deserve it.
Yes.
You deserve to put yourself first.
Yes, like take action. You know what putting yourself like where you are now. If you continue to do that, you see where you're going. Like she say, change up something. You know, it's time. You know, it's only one life. One life you get to live, and you get the narrator. You are the director of this movie. It goes the way you direct it. Yeah.
So how you want your life to look?
How do you want it? How do you want your movie?
I know I want mine to be great.
I want mine to be spontaneous. I want my movie to be the most player romantic action drama. You know, I want it to be a nice smooth movie that you just want to put in on a nice cozy day.
That sounds
That's how
nice.
I want mine to go. You know, so you know, just live your life. You know, be strong, stay positive. Like I ain't just saying stay positive, but that don't always mean happy and going in the. People think of positive sometimes as the always happy-go-lucky person. Like those people have days. You know, like be disciplined enough to stay positive and stay happy.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Be disciplined. You know.
Yeah, I like to say stay grateful. I'm grateful for the bad times, and I'm grateful for the good times. Because, I mean, without the bad times and having those lessons and having those what feels like failure and feels like not working out and all that kind of stuff, it's just like that motivates me for whenever I'm feeling on top and that kind of thing. It's like I know how I used to feel. I don't want to get back there, so I want to continue doing the things that bring me joy so I can wake up with a smile on my face every day.
Yes, like for real. That's beautiful. Let's keep living a beautiful life, y'all. Let's stay great. Stay amazing. Stay healthy. Stay safe. We love y'all. Enjoy. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Nobody Asked for This. Because guess what? Nobody asked for this, you know. Peace, love, and what?